This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and what I have for you today is an ABUS Titalium model 9050. This is a 50mm aluminum-bodied padlock with a 9.5mm stainless steel shackle and a high shackle guard. In addition, this lock takes the same type of core that you would normally find in the ABUS 83 line of padlocks, so it's available in a lot of different keyways. This lock made its way to me, 0-bitted, with 2 blank 6-pin keys. So I did have to pin this up before we made this video, and I didn't have any 6-pin pre-cuts. So what I did is use this 5-pin key and then keyed up chamber number 6 off the nose right here. Now before we start picking, one interesting note about these ABUS 83 cores is that the driver pins are almost always the same. We usually have a serrated pin in slot 1 and then either 4 or 5 spools behind it. And that can be really helpful information when you are picking. So let's put some tension in here. I'm using top of the keyway tension with a 50 thousandths pry bar and this standard Peterson hook in 25 thousandths. Okay, number 1 is binding. Got 1 click, and a little bit further we dropped into a false set. Number 2, getting a little counter rotation, got 2 set. Number 3, counter rotation, got him set. Counter rotation on 4, got 4 set. Same on 5. And same on 6. And we got this open. So 1 serrated pin and 5 spools behind it. Let me take this apart and I will show you all of those pins. This lock comes apart with a Phillips screw right down the shackle hole. Okay, now the core comes out. There's the screw, and these key pins that you see right here are actually the key pins that came in this lock. You can see they're all the same. As I said, this was 0-bitted. Let's relock this and take the C-clip off the back. Okay, now let's put the key in. And what you have to do is press this little detent in before we can remove the core. So let me move that aside a bit. Now get the follower. Okay, we can see all of the key pins that I put in. Let's drop them into the pinning tray. These are being a little bit stubborn. Okay. Let me arrange these and then we will get the driver pins out. Okay, pin number 1 is serrated, and then the rest are spools. Okay, let me give you a close-up of all of this. Okay, you can see all these key pins that I put in there. They're standard, as were the key pins that came out of the lock when it arrived. On the driver pins, we have a serrated pin in slot 1 and then spool pins in slots 2 through 6. Moving over to the core, you can see we have a small flat milled right on the top where the pins are. The reason that flat is there is to make keying a little bit easier if you're using worn keys. Otherwise, you could have a sticky lock. It also happens to make picking just a little bit easier. We have a hole on slot 4 that you could use for construction keying, and that appears to be it. Okay, that's all I have for you on this ABUS Titalium model 9050. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.